Muli Shani Bonse, welcome back, and welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Tambi Fletcher, and today I am going to be bringing you a brand new video about the fall fashion trends. So we're still looking at some Vogue fashion trends for fall, and before I get started, I would like to give you a few announcements. And first and foremost, I would like to welcome all of our new subscribers to this channel. I think we've probably grown, I can't keep count anymore, but I'm pretty sure we have at least almost 100 of you since the past week, new subscribers, and I am so grateful. I am so happy that you're here. I hope that you're excited to go on this journey with me, and yeah, so welcome. Secondly, I would like to let you know that in case you would like to get typed, or you would like to know what your essence blend is, or get a second opinion about your essence blend and your body type, and even get some style tips, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. So you can send me a DM or follow me there as well, or you can send me an email. So I will have all of that information in the description box down below. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go there after you're done watching this video, of course. And then lastly but not least, I just wanted to let you know that if you're interested in watching my decorating and interior design content, and even a little bit of architecture, I am moving all of that content to my second channel. I would like this channel to be solely focused on fashion, beauty, style, those types of tips based on personal styling, of course. And then I will focus on decorating and interior design on that channel. So I will have my second channel linked down below. And that is everything that I wanted to announce. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Today we are looking at the enigmatic or mysterious ethereal. So I am going to be sharing some fall fashion trends with you. Of course, you are a challenge because catering to your fashion needs is a little bit, I wouldn't necessarily say limited. You just have a certain type of niche of clothing that just works amazingly well on you. But with that being said, I will let you know that I tried to make sure that I challenged myself to give you some ideas that are a little unconventional, that are quite modern as well, and also a little bit edgier for you, or a little bit of a challenge, but not to make you feel uncomfortable, more so to just help you to think outside the box. And of course, I'm going to be sharing tons of outfits that would look amazing on you as an ethereal. So just keep that in mind, and let's get started. The first one is called Nomadic Spirit. Now this one is quite bohemian and quite eclectic, and it reminds me more of the Natural Essence. I think the Natural Essence is able to pull this trend off really well, but I think you ethereals can also look really amazing in some of these pieces. For you, I am thinking tons of chiffon, so really flowy tops, flowy skirts, flowy dresses, anything that has frills or an airiness to it, I think would look really amazing. And of course, because I am seeing some stiff jackets on here, or stiff blazers, for you I would recommend that you style your flowy pieces with something like a cashmere sweater or a knitted sweater. I saw an image on Pinterest which I think looked really absolutely amazing. She's wearing a really frilly dress, or it could be a skirt, I'm not quite sure, but she paired it with a really soft cardigan. Was it a cardigan or a sweater? One of the two, either or. But she looks absolutely amazing in that, and I think that you can pull that off as an ethereal. Of course, you can go with trench coats if you'd like to maybe add a little bit more structure. I think the beige trench coats or anything in a lighter tone is going to look really beautiful on you, unless you happen to have some darker features on you. So a little bit more contrast, I think you can go with some deeper tones. So maybe you can go with some fall tones like the browns and the army greens and maybe the camels. And of course, you can also add some faux fur to your flowy pieces. I think that as an ethereal, faux fur will probably work better on you than the stiff blazers or the really structured type of coats. And if you'd like to take a little bit of a risk, then you can add an animal print faux fur jacket or coat. I think that that would look absolutely amazing on you. But yeah, that is that. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is called Modern Prep, and this one to me this reminds me of British Vogue, the British Vogue aesthetic in terms of fashion, combined with the New York socialite. And I've been saying it's kind of a fusion of those two aesthetics, and it kind of gives off more of a New York private school girl type of vibe. And so there's tons of plaid in this trend. Certain types of plaid I think can work on you as ethereals, because I know that some of you feel like it's just way too harsh or way too bold of a pattern to be wearing. But let's say we go for, should we do checkered plaid? Because that one might be too bold as well, but maybe let's consider some checkered plaid. So I'm going to try to find some images for you that can work, some examples that can work. But I'm thinking maybe for you the Burberry type of plaid, the Burberry aesthetic might work on you. I think that that is something that isn't too striking in my opinion. So maybe we can give that one a shot. I would also like to see you in some pinstriped outfits. So either a pinstripe dress or maybe a suit that isn't too structured, or just anything, a shirt in pinstripes. I think that that would look amazing. I'm seeing quite a bit of ties as well in this trend. So should we try that? Hey, if you'd like to take the risk, I think you can pull it off. It really all depends on what your other essences are. Some of you are ethereal dramatics, and I think you can pull off bolder looks. But for those of you who have maybe ethereal natural or maybe ethereal ingenue, we'll go for something a little bit softer. So yeah, preppy, quite put together, and kind of tonal as well. So that would look amazing on you. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is called Maximalism for Minimalists. Now, I think that a lot of you ethereals look amazing in monochromatic outfits. I'm seeing tons of texture in monochromatic outfits. So instead of just wearing one type of fabric, you can mix different fabrics together in your outfit to add that depth and texture, or that added texture to give you more interest. And this image on Pinterest looked really amazing. I love the skirt. I think it's in a crinkled type of fabric. It's almost crinkled, and it looks really beautiful on her, and she's wearing it with a sweater. So you can definitely do that. You can pull off some flowier type of suits. I think you'd look amazing in that. You can also pull off a little bit of fringe. So for you, the fringe needs to not be overpowering, but maybe fringe on the hem of your blazer or on your pants, the hem of your pants, or it could be on your dress at the bottom. I mean, you can even go for faux fur, and I think it will give you the same effect if you're wearing a sweater dress and it's got faux fur on the wrists or the cuffs. And I think that that would look really beautiful, or at the bottom, the hem. So that would look absolutely amazing. I also think that maybe you can do a little bit of color blocking. There's a little bit here, but it's black and white. I'm seeing tons of black and white with red, pops of red. So yes, I think that as an ethereal, you can add pops of color, especially on your bottoms. It really all depends on your essence blend, but you can pull something like this off. Draped tops would look amazing on you. Let's add some capes to this trend as well, and oversized scarves. So cashmere scarves would look really, really beautiful because they're nice and soft. And even silk scarves or satin scarves would look really beautiful, but the oversized ones, I think that that would be amazing. Let's move on to the next one, lingerie dressing. This one was made for you, Ethereals, and I have so many examples here on the screen for you. This comprises tons of lace, tons of satin, and anything that gives off that bedroom vibe. So since you look amazing in sheer fabrics, I think you can incorporate sheer fabrics into your outfits to be able to achieve this one. You can also incorporate some lace, but there's a lace that stood out to me that Zimmerman introduced in his fall collection on the runway, fall 2025 collection, and he killed it. It is amazing. I hope I don't get flagged for saying that word, but he did an amazing job of using knitted lace. So it's like the lace that you use to make doilies. I don't know if you've seen that olden times when people used to knit doilies, but it's in a dress, it's also in tops and pants and the like, and there's so many outfits on that runway that I think would work amazingly well on you as an ethereal. So that is definitely one way to go. You can incorporate as many of these fabrics or outfits into your closet this season and you will stand out. Now let's move on to my favorite one. This is called Uptown Punk, and this one is probably the most challenging for you as ethereals, because I've heard some of you saying that you don't work well with stiff fabrics, and this one comprises tons of stiff fabrics. The first one is leather. Tons of leather are trending this season. For you, instead of going for the really stiff leather, I would recommend that you try the lambskin, because I think that it's pretty malleable and it's quite soft, so it doesn't look as striking on you, so to speak. And also the good thing, your advantage is that you can find it in different colors. So maybe browns might work better on you versus the stark black. You can go for maybe the greener tones as well. They have it in so many different colors this season, and so I think that you can basically pick your poison. Now let's move on to some animal print, because this is something else that is trending in under this one. And so there's tons of animal print as well. Leopard, zebra, cow print. What else? I think there was cheetah that I saw, snake prints as well, and maybe a little bit of giraffe. I've seen a little bit of that. But for you, if you think that leopard prints or most of these prints are too overwhelming on you, you can go for lighter tones. I like the white leopard print on you. I think that that looks so ethereal. It's just got this really mystical nature to it. And so maybe incorporate that. I think you'd look amazing. You can also incorporate some pearls into your outfits. When it comes to Chanel, I don't know if Chanel gives off ethereal vibes. It's very classic to me. So maybe we can skip that one, but I'll try to give you an example or two that might work for you. Let's move on to the next one, 24/7 sequins. This can work for you as well, which is interesting because I feel like sequins are harsh when it comes to just the texture of them. And I also kind of feel like they can be quite striking sometimes, but they do give off that really iridescent type of vibe. They're quite ethereal. And so these will work for you as well. You can find them in dresses, skirts, pants, suits, anything like that, and even accessories. And so I think that you can pull this one off quite well. But personally, I would save it for the festive season. And now let's move on to the next trend. This one is called country coded. This reminds me of English country type of aesthetic. So I'm seeing a lot of old money on there, or quite luxury type of aesthetic can work on this one. I'm also seeing some plaids as well, and a few jockey outfits. I would probably recommend the butter yellow trend in terms of tones when it comes to this trend or this aesthetic. I think you'd look absolutely amazing in some butter yellow. I don't know if you'd be able to pull off tweed that well. I would prefer that you go with softer fabrics, but it is, you know, we can play with some outfits, and that's the point of me creating this video for you, is I want to be able to give you some ideas that maybe you wouldn't have thought about otherwise. And yeah, so another trend is called curious color combinations. This is a lot of color blocking, and it kind of looks a little tacky, especially if you go for 3 colors or more. So for using ethereal, let's stick to 2. And I, just like I said before, complementary colors would look a lot better on you than really stark contrast. So maybe lighter tones. Let's go for some lighter tones. If I can find something that maybe has high contrast in terms of color blocking and looks amazing on you, I'll put it on the screen. But for my recommendations, I would go for lighter tones that are quite complementary. So, which brings us to the last one that I added, and that is denim. Some of you have told me that denim is too much for you, but I'm sure there are those of you who are able to pull it off. So we can incorporate some denim into our closets this fall. So maybe denim pants with a top, a nice flowy top or frilly top, or you can go for a denim set skirt or a denim dress, or even a denim coat. But instead of going for the darkest shades of denim, maybe let's go for different colors in denim. There's so many washes nowadays that you have so many options. And so you're not limited to just going for the typical original type of denim. You can go for different tones, different shades, different finishes, and you're good to go. And that is that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to see you all lovely ladies in the next one. Bye everyone.